Hello everybody, this is BladeCrossEXE, and today I'm going to be bringing you something a little bit different. I'm going to be doing an action figure review. Well, not just one, but 6. I don't normally do these kind of things, but I got something special in mind for these figures after I'm done reviewing them. So I figured I may as well make a video about it before I modify them as I see fit. And today I'm going to be showing you the Hellsing Story Image Yamato figures. These were released back with the Hellsing TV series was coming out. As far as I know, these are not from Hellsing Ultimate. It is just a picture of the box that comes with all of them. This little blister bubble right here is where the stand is kept. All the figures came with the base to stand on. These are immobile figures, meaning they're not posable, not very articulated. And here's what the, of course, the basic blister packaging looks like. This particular one is for the Valentine figure. You can see it's got Jan in the middle and the 2 guns on the side. Alright, now let's take a look at the back of the box. We got some kind of bad English going on here. We have Alucard, Valentine instead of Jan, Walter C. Dolnez, supposed to be Walter C. Dornez, Alexander Andersson, and Integral Wingate Hellsing. Now, some of this I can't really complain too much on because that is what the manga translate to at the time, because I actually have been reading the manga a bit myself, mostly online scanlations, but, you know, this one right here is just kind of weird. Andersson, I mean, really? Like, the way you actually see it written down in Hellsing Ultimate is actually Andersen, like S-E-N, but, yeah, that's not the main focus here. At least it's spelled Seras Victoria right. Of course, that's debatable as well, because sometimes in the manga it's spelled C-E-R-E-S, and sometimes it's spelled like that. Still find it kind of weird that Walter's last name has 2 D's on it. But yeah, so these figures look kind of promising. Alright, so now that you've seen the box art, let's actually see how the figures hold up. First, I'm going to review the leader of the Hellsing organization herself, Sir Integra Fairbrook Wingate Hellsing. And she does not look amused. Oh, there we go. Then again, she never really does. You see she's got her cigar in her mouth. She's got her her silverish blonde hair. It's like kind of a silvery yellow gold. I don't know how to describe that color. And she's packing a pistol, of course. On the figure, it actually looks kind of like a Walther PPK, which is what the Pierce Brosnan James Bond used. I'm not sure if that's actually what it is, because that's actually a German pistol, and she's British, but I could be mistaken. And you see she's got her little blue scarf ascot going on here. It's kind of hard to see on this camera, though. Let me... nope, that doesn't help. Well, you can see it better now, but the colors are off. And she's got the cross around her neck, of course. Anyway, so let's take a look at the back for a minute. Not really too much as far as posability goes, but the detail is actually pretty good on these for standalone figures. And of course, there's the base that she stands on. Concrete ground, or stone tiles. Not really sure where that's supposed to be, or if it's just supposed to be some generic base. Each one is uniquely shaped to fit the feet of each character. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. Close enough. And there we have it. The leader of the Hellsing organization, Sir Integra Hellsing. I am kind of disappointed that she doesn't actually have her glasses, though. But at the same time, on a figure this size, glasses would be kind of hard to implement. Alright, next up, we have... Oh, she left the base behind. Next we have the butler, Walter C. Dornez, the Angel of Death. They gave him his monocle, even though Integra doesn't have her glasses. Got a nice little pose going on here. You could just imagine the wires coming down from right there. And given his expression, like the way he's got his teeth, he actually... Wait, is that his teeth or his mouth shut? I can't really tell from here. Yeah, he has, like, if you look closely at the side of his mouth... Okay, zoom it. There we go. If you look closely at the side of his mouth, you can see his mouth is open just slightly, so he actually probably has the wires held in his teeth, which he does a lot during the show and Hellsing Ultimate. Of course, you know, got the red tie, because we're going by the TV version here. Got a nice little ponytail going on here. It's kind of frayed out. Although his neck is a little bit weird shaped. It's kind of odd. It's like, not exactly hunchback, but it's like he's got... It's like he's got extreme scoliosis going up through his neck or something like that. No offense to anybody who's got scoliosis, so just thought his neck was kind of weird shaped. Looks fine from the front, though. Not really too much to say on him aside from that. Sharp dressed man over here, though. Alright. Next we have the Vampire Alucard. Follow him on Twitter. And he looks quite insane, actually. If I had to guess, I'd say this is probably the scene where he's about to utterly wreck Luke Valentine's day. This guy's a little ascot going on right here. That's actually a bit of a flimsier plastic, so if you get one of these figures, be careful not to break that. One thing I have to point out about this figure, though, they got the guns wrong. And on mine, it's this one's bent. I'm not sure if I can actually bend them back into place, because this is actually a stiffer plastic, and it feels like I might break if I push too hard. But what they got wrong about the guns is, this one is supposed to be the Jackal, and the Jackal is supposed to be black. You can tell it's the Jackal based on the size and shape of it, because the Jackal doesn't actually have a slide, and like the entire thing is the slide. And the bullet discharge, the shell discharge chamber is on the left side of the gun, and this one's supposed to be the castle. I'm sorry, hang on. It's kind of difficult to do this one-handed. And this one, the color black, is supposed to be the castle. It's a good bit smaller, and the shell exit chamber is on the right side. So if he holds them like this and points them directly in front of his face, the shell's going to go flying into his face instead of off to the side. Now, of course, whether he wields the Jackal on the left or right depends on the series. If it's the TV series, sometimes he holds the Jackal on the right. If it's Ultimate, he usually holds it in the left if he's dual wielding. Kind of nice detail on the coat, though. Like, you know, it's really simple, but they did get all the pleats and the ruffles. That hair and that face, though, like, seriously, he looks like he's about to mess up somebody's day. He's about to educate you on how a real vampire does battle. His gloves do not have the symbols on them, though. Not sure if just because they couldn't put details on them that tiny or anything. But yeah. Alucard also doesn't come with his hat or his glasses, which was a little disappointing for me because I really like that hat. And of course, this guy's base right here. Got one foot is slanted at an angle. There we go. So, gonna slide him on like that. I'll deal with that in a little bit. Alright. Next we have the crazy Valentine brother, Jan Valentine. And he looks every bit as deranged as Alucard does. There we go. His skin is a little bit weird, though, because in both the Hellsing Ultimate and the Hellsing TV series, his skin was supposed to be significantly darker than it is. And you can see he's got his nose ring and lip ring in. Dual wielding his really big machine guns. I forgot the name of them at the moment, though, so please forgive me. I'll probably put a caption on screen. Typical suit. Looks like a tracksuit, if you ask me. One thing I gotta mention, these guns are made of the same brittle plastic that Alucard's gun was, and this guy, the scope on this one actually broke off while I was getting him out of the package that I showed you earlier. So I actually had to super glue that back into place. So if you get one of these figures and you're unboxing it, be very careful. Don't break it. This one stayed on a bit better because you can see how this one, it's attached more well. On this one, it's just like a little plastic twig. The hands come off. Both of them do. For a second, it took me a minute to figure out how I'm supposed to hold these, because if you try to hold them like that, it's just like awkward. But no, they go in like this. Now, the reason I don't do these kind of reviews very often is because I prefer figures that are posable, kind of like the Gundam MSIA figures and things like that. Alright, so that's all for Jan. And next we have Police Girl Seras Victoria. And it looks like she's doing the safety dance. You know, got the arms in the S shape. Looks like her skirt's flipping up a little bit. If you tried, you could actually get a look at her panties, but we're not going to do that because we're not pervs here. Yeah, look, even look at that face. She knows what you're thinking. She's like, nah, look the other way. My eyes are up here, buddy. And she's got 2 holes in her chest. You know, one like on the right side of her chest and one more so toward the abdomen. Though I guess technically that's correct, because Alucard shot her in the chest, and then when she was a child, she got shot in the belly. You know, during that flashback scene. Nah, I'm just kidding. That's not what those are for. Those are for this bad boy right here, the Harkonnen. The anti-freak cannon. Because, you know, as Alucard says,
bitches love cannons.
Yes, he's got two little pegs right here. She's actually supposed to be holding it. Let me, give me a second to try to put it in her hands appropriately. And she came off the stand. And she's also got her feet at very odd angles. Look at that. It's like she's trying to tap dance here. Alright, so this foot right here and there. And if you notice something kind of funny about the Harkonnen's handle placement, it is actually tugging at her skirt. Like, that's the reason her skirt was being lifted up slightly, because the Harkonnen's handle is tugging at it. Yeah, I mean, I know you love canon, Seras, but calm down here. Pretty good detailing on her as well. She's got the Hellsing organization's crest on her armband. Hair's got nice color. Boots. Looks like she's trying to pole dance on the cannon. That's kind of weird. Anyway, so that was Seras Victoria. Alright, and we saved my personal favorite for last. Father Alexander Anderson from the Iscariot organization. And they got some things about him wrong too. First, like Integra, he has no glasses, even though he's supposed to. Zoom out a bit. There we go. Next is the bayonet blades are upside down. Like, based on the way he holds them in the show. Of course, then again, in Hellsing Ultimate, they're still sometimes upside down, and in the manga, it keeps switching back and forth between how they're supposed to be held, like even in between shots and panels. So it does get kind of confusing. So I guess either way is correct. I really like the detailing on this one. He's got his trademark cross-shaped pose. Like Alucard, he does not have the writing on the back of his gloves either. On the left one here is supposed to say "Speak with Dead," and on the back of the right one is supposed to say "Jesus Christ is in heaven." But he doesn't have either of those on there. I guess his other ones are at the cleaners or something. Of course, got the silver cross necklace. And the reason I saved Anderson for last, in addition to being my favorite, you know, best for last and all that, is I actually bought another Anderson figure a while back. I bought him standalone, but I got all these 6 in a set. This is what the first one I bought looked like. As you can see, it's significantly different. It's the same figure from the same line, but the coat on this one is black with what looks like red highlights. It's kind of hard to see on the camera, and this one is gray with purple highlights, and you can see the pose on this one is off as well. Now the hand I actually turned around myself because it was facing the other direction, but it wasn't making the cross shape like it's supposed to. So I'm trying to figure out, is this one just a different release of the same figure? Because I know sometimes figure lines will release the same figure in a different color, or if this one's a factory defect or something. If anybody has any information on this version of Anderson with the black cape and the awkward posing, then somebody please drop a comment below and let me know what you know about it. Pretty much the same detailing though, except the eyes are a little bit different on the black Anderson compared to the gray one. Okay, focus. Back out a little bit. There we go. See the detailing on that one? Then let's look at this Anderson. It's not working. Hang on. Okay, there we go. Don't know if you can see it very well, but yeah, the detailing is a bit better on this one. It looks a bit more realistic. This one looks a little bit more like, it looks like he's kind of like wearing eyeliner, like the outlines around his eyes are a bit darker. I also think his skin tone is slightly darker in this one than it is on this one, but it could just be contrast from the cape. And so, that was my review of the Hellsing figure image Yamato toy line. Now, as I said earlier, I don't usually do these kind of reviews, and I typically prefer posable action figures. So why did I choose to review these? Well, one word. Amiibos. Yes, the Mii Fighter Amiibos have been released in Japan. They're not quite out here in the United States yet. They won't be coming out till November 1st, 2015. And as of today's date, it is October 10th, 2015. So we still have a bit before the rest of the Amiibos hit the shelves. Yeah, the Mii Fighter Amiibos are some of my favorites, and I've actually made all of these characters playable as Mii Fighters in Super Smash Bros. So I thought it only fitting that I make Amiibos out of them. This Sword Fighter is going to be turned into Anderson over there, and this Brawler is going to be Alucard. I've already actually taken this one off his base.